literally looks like it was tied in a knot from this side.
Thanks. I think. Okay, do you want to tell them what we're doing
Okay,
today?
so today, we mentioned this in a previous video, that it was an idea of ours, but we're doing it today. And
without y'all's consent.
Yeah, and that is, no one asked for this, but it's our dreams.
It's our dreams.
We are like K-pop related dreams that we've had in the past.
Yeah.
So we'll probably read like 4 each or something.
Yeah, we'll see what we've got.
Yeah. You probably write yours down like in.
It'll be a fun time.
Pretty long.
Here are all my Chan pickup lines.
Oh yeah.
Do you like raisins? How do you feel about a date?
Okay. Good one.
I know, right? This dream was from February 3rd of this year. So basically, among a whole bunch of other shit that makes zero sense, I end up outside this school, and I somehow run into this nice man who talks to me for a while, and when I ask what he's doing here, he says, "I'm here for my son, we're going to lunch." So I say, "Oh, what's his name? Like, do I know him?" And he says, "Bangchan."
I remember this.
Yeah. So basically, I'm like trying not to flip out when the man says something like, "Hey, do you want to come with us?" Like, suddenly I'm friends with this man. Like an idiot, I go to sit in the back seat of their car, and I'm surprised when the man sits in the front passenger seat, and then Chan shows up and starts driving. And I'm basically sitting in the back going, It says the freaking funniest part ever was Chan's driving. So basically, we were in a car, like a 4-door, like SUV kind of, and I don't know if anyone's ever been to Texas, but the highways there are crazy, and so we were driving on like highways like that with big overpasses, and Chan was going way too fast when he shouldn't, and way too slow when he shouldn't. I'm just sitting in the back thinking to myself like, oh honey, what the fuck? At some point later, I end up back at my house, and Chan's dad is still there, and my mom is hanging around in the backyard looking at peacocks. Chan's dad asks what I'm doing this weekend, and I say, me and my best friend are going to a Stray Kids concert. And he says, oh, fun.
Right when we bought
yeah,
the tickets.
I was having dreams about it. He says, oh, fun, did my son get you backstage passes? His dad literally calls Chan on his phone, puts it on speaker, and we hear this odd muffled voice, and his dad says, oh, he must be in class, let me try his teacher. So I'm like, no, please, it's okay, don't bother him. Like, I'm more friends with his dad than I am with him. And he calls the teacher anyway, and we hear the ringtone of the call on the teacher's end, and it's double knot. Somehow it ended up inside the school later, and as I'm waiting around the halls for Chan's dad, because he's like my friend, Chan comes into the hallway and goes into his classroom, and I remember texting Avery in my dream, like, dude, I just saw him at school, and you asked what he looks like, and I tell you that he had his hair in a ponytail and he's wearing glasses.
Oh my god.
Isn't that funny? I'm like BFF with Chan's dad.
Oh my god.
That was so fun! Like, it was ridiculous, but like, I don't know. Can you picture Chan just
Glasses fogged.
Thanks for pointing that out!
Mine are like so short and poorly written compared to yours. So my first one was a dream with Felix. It's kind of short, but basically we went to school together with Sav and Ari too, which are two of my friends. And Ariel was at lunch with Felix, and Sav and I went to meet them. We got really close and talked a lot, lol, and he was pretty much how you'd expect him to be, and I found myself talking in an Australian accent a lot when I was talking to him. We would have long FaceTime calls, and it ended where I was leaving his house or something because he had to work. We were in a city, I don't know where, and he was like, let's go out on the town at like 4 a.m. tonight.
I really fucked up my finger.
You might need to edit me because I am not good at reading things and talking.
That's okay. This is something that I texted you.
Okay.
That is a dream. It's a BTS dream, apparently. I go to the small stadium earlier than you, and I couldn't find our seats. The show started and BTS came out singing Converse High. A song or two later, we noticed there were security guards standing around where we were sitting, and suddenly Jungkook yeets off the stage and runs up the stairs while singing to sit in the chair on my right. You're on my left, and we're both obviously freaking out, and he's smiling at us and singing his part of the song, and when it's not his part, and I think Hobie's singing on stage, you lean over to JK, and he's doing his adorable bunny smile, and you say, thank you, I love you, and then JK kisses you on the cheek, and I'm sitting between y'all like,
oh my god.
I was distracted and in traffic. I didn't hear when the earthquake happened.
Oh, this is a kind of a short one that I sent Lexi on Instagram. This is fun because I wrote down a Chan dream. I remembered that I had a dream last night where I got to hug a bunch of idols, but the only one I remember was Chan because it was the warmest and best hug ever. And it was the longest too. I said, I never want to let go, and he laughed.
Oh, that's so cute!
Okay, so this is one just off the top of the rock.
Oh god, not again.
So basically, Lexi and I, like, didn't have the best seats. Then this, like, security guard comes up to us and is, like, start, like, following these people, like, you're a part of, like, the lineup or something, where you get to, like, go on stage with them. And it was, like, this circular stage that they were, like, walking around, and we're, like, dancing around the stage with BTS. And it was, like, really weird. That had just ended, and it was intermission. So we were walking up the stage, and it was, like, backstage, right? Like, I lose track of Lexi for some reason. She, like, goes off ahead of me.
Bye.
And I just, like, see Tae out of nowhere. And I don't even remember what I did. I think I approached him, and I, like, held his hands, and I was, like, talking to him. I don't remember exactly what I said. I thought I texted you that one, but I couldn't find it.
Okay, this one is a dream that I'm trying to remember. I haven't read this in a while. Apparently this was, like, mid or late June. My mom and sister had to fly to Texas because my grandmother was sick. On our plane, I noticed that Stray Kids was there. There were 3 seat rows on the left and 2 seat rows on the right, and in front of me on the left from window to aisle were Lino, Felix, and Chan. As the flight attendant came by with drinks, Felix and Chan were being all cuddly and stuff, and Felix was hugging Chan. When they got their drinks, though, they kept accidentally spilling them, which was hysterical. And for some reason, there was a lady giving birth in the back of the airplane. So the captain came out and was like, oh, nice baby. Hey, we gotta stop before we get to Texas to take you to the hospital. So how about we sit down right here in Spain/Morocco where the mob and drug cartel is everywhere. Suddenly, everyone from the plane, Stray Kids included, is running around being chased by pirates. Eventually, we all get back on the plane, which has turned into a rocket ship. Halfway up, we realize that the Spanish mob is shooting rockets at us, so the captain decides to try and navigate through the asteroid belt to try and lose them. This is where Avery comes in. Apparently, she had the key that can make the spaceship fly really fast or whatever, like the ignition key. We end up in another universe where we're traveling looking for the next level, like we're in a video game. We choose which levels to go to do little challenges together as a team, and I'm always trying to be on Chan's team. There's a planet where we're really tiny and can walk on water droplets as they fall through the air. I'm always saying, 1, 2, step out, hello. and everyone was like so annoyed with that. I remember that. In the dream, that's all I could say, like a puppet, you know? I was just like, 1, 2, step out, and everyone around me was just like, while sitting on the stairs of the pool watching the other team do something, Chan sits in front of me and I'm trying really hard not to want to hug him because I think he'd find it weird.
This was like after or before Lexi's birthday trip. We went to the beach, and so I think this was like based on it. I think it was after. So me and you went to this like retreat for 2 nights where we stayed in this lake house that was super big and nice. A group trip with people from like our old class and stuff. But also Lucas and Mark were there.
Oh, that's nice.
Anyways, there was like a water park. Mark said he wasn't doing any of the slides because he doesn't like big roller coasters. So you and him hung out while, this is a text to Lexi by the way, while everyone else did the rides.
Sounds about right.
Lucas and I hung out and talked the whole day. I remember it was in like half Korean and half English. Okay, I remember Chenle was there. I chatted with him too, and I remember saying he was really good at English. Also very fun guy. At one point, I went down one of the slides, and you and Mark were hanging at the bottom. When I got to the bottom, I was like, "Oi!" And Mark said it at the same time as me. And I don't know, I remember it ending with us being stressed about packing up to leave in the bus/van, and I was trying to find Lucas. And he was obsessed with getting his fresh strawberries.
What? I'm remembering a dream that you texted me. Like, and I don't know why I'm remembering it like I'm the one that dreamed it. Do you remember, like, it was kind of short. You said that you were, like, walking up the stairs and, like, chasing Felix or whatever, and, like, eventually you like hugged him or whatever, and he
yeah.
said something to you.
Oh my god, I remember that.
Yeah.
That was a Stray Kids dream. We were in like bleachers or something. And I turned around and like Lino and Han were like flirting. And then Han and I started talking, and it was like we were best friends. And then I went shopping with Felix or something.
Nice. I could read this one dream that I had a while ago because Chan is in it. I have a lot of dreams about Chan. He's always just like there as like a character or something, or just like, I don't know, creeping around. It's kind of weird. This is last November.
Oh wow.
There were these 7 people all trapped in a room with no way out, and they're told that at the end of a countdown, if they all do not press all 7 of these rainbow buttons, something terrible will happen. I'm pretty sure there were 3 girls and 4 boys. Also, one of the boys was Chan. One of them was me, so maybe 3 girls and 3 boys and me. I remember hugging Chan when he was upset when we were all deciding if we should press the buttons or not. Because I remember we were told that, like, if we all have to press the buttons at the same time together unanimously, otherwise the world will end. But when we do, we're, like, trading our lives for everyone else in the world.
That's cool. It's like a novel.
It was a cool story idea, so that's why I wrote it down.
Yeah. Scary.
Okay, so we should say goodbye.
Yeah.